Hello YouTube, it is Sheena Ellison here, your Keller Williams Hometown Realty Realtor. I am just checking in. I wanted to take today to kind of just tell you guys about my first month as a real estate agent. So I have been a realtor with Keller Williams Hometown Realty for 1 month. I'm just gonna go through how everything's going, how it's gone so far. Wow. The sun is really making my eyes blue today. Anyways, that was so off topic. As I stated in my last video, I became a realtor on a Saturday and I had my first listing less than a week later. I obtained that listing just by calling FSBOs, for sale by owners, on Craigslist and on Zillow. Now, Zillow is removing the phone numbers of the owners, so you can't call them. So after my listing, I fumbled my way through it. I haven't sold it yet, but we're working on it. I wasn't sure what I was doing at first, and that's okay. That's going to happen. It's a learning experience. You don't come out of school and just know exactly what to do. Even with help, it's a learning curve. So I have a lot to learn. I'm nowhere near where I need to be, but I have awesome mentors and a coach now, which I'll get into later. So I listed my first house. I held my open house for it, and 2 people showed up. And I was there for 3 hours. I think that they came for the cookies, which is fine. You know, they came and they ate cookies and they left. They're going to talk about it with other people. And the point of this is to build relationships, not make sales. And I have to keep that in my mind, rolling and replaying over and over and over again, that I'm not looking for the next sale. I'm not looking for someone that's going to let me sell their home or help them buy a house. I'm just looking to build relationships with people. And I'm such a social person that's where my focus is. So after getting my first listing, I was on cloud 9. I'm thinking, this is easy. I just keep making these calls and they'll just come rolling in. I got lucky, and I think it kind of hurt me by getting so lucky to begin with, because it put me in a mindset that it was just gonna be this easy all the time. And it's not. You get a lot of no's. So I got to a point where I was making all these FSBO calls, and I'm still doing follow-ups, but I started getting really lost and not knowing what to do. I didn't have any systems in place, really. I was just like writing things down and adding notes in my phone, and like all of that's great, but you need to have an actual like set system in place. So I was like, I need a coach. Even though I have an awesome sponsor and she is amazing, and she's so busy herself though. And at first, my thoughts on getting a coach like right out the gate was like, I can't afford that yet. I need to focus on like myself. Like, I can do this. I don't need someone else. I went to school. I'm gonna work hard. I'm gonna do this myself. I don't think that's a good mindset to have. After speaking with a lot of other successful people, brokers and team leads, things like that, Corona, they all said the same thing. They all still have coaches. Gary Keller himself still has a coach, and he is the owner of Keller Williams Real Estate Agencies. So it just kind of blew my mind. I didn't ever know that successful people still had coaches. All of these mastermind real estate agents on YouTube that you watch, Tom Ferry, Brian Casella, Mariah Crawford, Loida, I mean, they all have coaches. And I didn't realize that it's a good thing to have a coach. It doesn't mean that you're not capable to take your business to the next level yourself. It just means that you have someone guiding you to help you and keep you accountable, because it's a mindset thing with having a coach. You need to not lose that momentum mentally. And that's where your coach comes into play. They also help put systems in place, but it definitely helps to have a coach guiding you. So I definitely recommend a coach. I have been with a coach for 1 week now, and he has given me homework, and we meet once a week. So I'll be meeting with him at the end of this week. Basically, the first thing he's having me do is own my phone. So I literally have like a sheet where I go through like A and Z this day and G and K this day in my phone, as you know, under those letters. And I call them and basically just start a conversation of that I'm a realtor and that I'm looking for referrals, and can I count on you to refer me and you know, give out my information, or can I get their information from you? And having to call some people that I haven't spoken to in 5-10 years just out of the blue is really daunting, which is okay though. Like this is the point, is to get you comfortable with this kind of stuff. So it's weird, but you kind of just get used to it. And so own your phone is like the thing this week that I'm doing. And he also gave me a sheet to like write out my schedule, and having everything scheduled, whether it be, okay, for this 30 minutes I'm working out, for this 30 minutes I'm going to lunch, for this hour I'm spending it getting, you know, my daughter ready, or, you know, making dinner. These 2 hours are for prospecting. And then, you know, these 8 hours I'm working a full-time job. I did go on my first showing with my first buyer client, and it went horrible. The house was terrible, but nevertheless, they are awesome themselves. So that was a learning experience. I also will be listing this buyer client as a seller for myself this Sunday. So I'm excited. I do believe that this one is going to be priced right. It will sell quickly. That's because I learned from my first listing, and I'm sure there'll be things with this one that I will learn, you know, from my second listing and take to my third. Things I have in the pipeline are, you know, meeting with my coach, getting one of these listings sold, getting my buyer clients into a home, and experiencing the aftermath of that, experiencing the closing, but before that, of course, experiencing the delegation and the negotiation and what really goes into that. That's what I'm excited about, because I have not experienced that yet. I have listings and I have buyers, but I haven't gotten any further, and it's been 1 month. I have spent some money on Facebook marketing and stuff, but I kind of regret that. Keller Williams has so many amazing connections, devices, and platforms in place for you to utilize to do those things for you. Keller Williams has something like that's called Command. I just dove into it and found like it can post your social media and all of this awesome stuff. So I highly recommend that you open a business bank account as soon as you get your real estate license, so that you can keep all of your transactions that are work related separate, because it will make your taxes so much easier. That is one thing that I have read up on quite a bit. Okay, so that will be it for today's video. I know that I rambled for a little bit, and I apologize, but I just wanted to tell you guys how my first month has gone. It has been hectic and busy with a 7-month-old and a husband that is a truck driver, and myself working a full-time job and breastfeeding. I have been running rampant, but I am so blessed to be surrounded by so many people that are willing to jump in and help me with my daughter, and, you know, just cover me when I have a showing or an open house that I have to take care of. So thank you to everyone that is supporting me and loving me. If you have any referrals for Ohio, Montgomery, or Miami County area, please send them to SheenaEllison@kw.com, or you can find me on Facebook at facebook.com/SheenaEllisonKW. All right, guys, until next week's video, have a good one. Bye.